Hey everybody, it's me, Shakti Sundari, and I'm just feeling inspired right now to introduce you to a Kundalini yoga practice called the frog. Why is it called the frog? Because you look like a frog when you do it. You don't turn green, and you don't go ribbit, well you can if you want, but it is, as you'll see in a minute, an exercise that works the thighs and the legs. So, some of you don't know this, I am a Kundalini yoga teacher. It's been a practice that I have been teaching since 2009-10. This is one of the most powerful practices for transformation and awakening that I know. I love it. It's the only yoga practice I've ever come across so far that really holds my full passion and attention, because it is a wonderful blend of meditation, movement, energy awakening, mantra, mudra. It's kind of the yoga that has everything in it and that does everything. And the wonderful thing about this practice is that it's kind of like having a toolkit for different aspects of your life, whether they're physical, emotional or spiritual. There will be a meditation and there will be a practice, a kriya for that particular thing. So you can take your toolkit of Kundalini yoga practices and create something for yourself to address an area of your life, whether that's feeling stressed, whether that is wanting to feel more vital, whether that is wanting to increase the alignment, improve the alignment of your spine, whether it's healing a broken heart, whether it's connecting to your power as a woman. There's just an infinite variety of practices. Anyway, so the frog is just one practice. Normally when we do a Kundalini yoga class, you will tune in, you will do a warm-up or some pranayama, you will do a kriya, which is a sequence of exercises that are only ever taught in that particular order for a particular effect. You will do a meditation, a relaxation, and you will tune out. So that's the whole class. We're not going to do that today. I'm just going to introduce you to one practice, one exercise, which is the frog. And the reason for that is it's just caught my attention recently in a class that I took with another teacher. And I was like, oh yes, I love this exercise. It's so powerful. And because this one exercise does so much, you know, if you don't have a lot of time, this is a brilliant one to just pop into your little toolkit, particularly in the morning as you start your day, to kind of really get your energy flowing. Because what it does, here's what this particular exercise does. It gets your energy flowing, it's cardiovascular, it tones your thighs and your bum and your legs. It takes the energy from the lower half of your energy system and brings it up the body, so it wakes up the brain. It brings energy and vitality and oxygen into the brain and the rest of the body. It balances out your second chakra, but it also gives vitality to the second chakra. And in fact, there's a quote from Yogi Bhajan, who is the master teacher who brought this practice to the West, which is, for women, don't marry a man who can't do 108 frogs. Because if he couldn't, then he wasn't really vital and alive, and that's so important. So if you want a little pick-me-up in the morning or in the day, this is a great one to do. One note with this, however, I must say, is that if you've got anything going on with your knees, you will have to adapt it or miss it out or change it in some way. We always say this yoga is not about pushing yourself to do something that is not right for your body. This is the yoga of awareness. So key is listening to your body and going with your body and loving your body. And we do challenge ourselves, but if you know you've got issues with your knees or your hips, this is not necessarily the exercise for you, and I do not advocate doing it if you know you have knee issues, okay? There's ways that it can be adapted if that's the case. I am going to show you the full practice, and I'm going to do it with you if you're going to join in with me. So, how many frogs do we do? It is intense, and they're better done quickly than slowly. It's recommended that you start off and you just do a few and as many as you can manage. I usually do 21 in my classes, but a good number to start with is 26. And then you can double it and go to 54. And then when you've really been doing this for a while, you can go to 108. I am not at 108. I haven't been practicing it regularly in that way. So I'm not going to be doing 108 today, but I'm wondering about having a little challenge going and seeing if we can all get to 108. Wouldn't that be so cool? So, all right, I'm going to talk you through the frog. So what you're going to do is, a good way to start is to start from standing. So come into standing, okay? And then imagine that you are going to walk like a duck or a ballerina. I never did ballet, I always wanted to. So you bring the heels of your feet together and your toes are sticking out. So you're making a V shape with your feet. So then you're going to inhale, and then on your exhale, you're going to bend the knees, lengthen through the thigh bones. Okay, and once again, if this is uncomfortable for your knees, don't do it, please. So you're now balancing your body weight on the balls of your feet. Your heels are together. You're balancing on the balls of your feet, heels touching, and then you bring your fingertips down and rest your fingertips on the floor in front of you. Now you're looking out, the chest is open. And from here, I'm going to do it in slow motion a couple of times just to talk you through it. You're going to inhale through the nose. Okay, and then you lengthen and straighten your legs. Your heels stay off the ground. And you're balancing on the fingertips and the balls of the feet. You're then going to exhale through the nose. And bring your bottom down. Your heels stay off the ground the whole way. So your heels are constantly off the ground. Fingertips, balls of the feet, heels touching off the ground. So once more, inhale, bottom up, and look at the knees. Exhale, bottom down, look out in front of you. You can do this once you know what you're doing with the eyes closed, because in Kundalini Yoga we keep the eyes closed. When we do our practice, we close the eyes, we focus at the third eye, at the brow point. So that's a very slow-mo version of it, but when we get going, we really go quite rapidly because it's actually easier to go rapidly than to go slowly. So if you're going to do this with me now, I'm going to do 26 frogs and then I'm going to rest. Again, if it hurts your knees or your hips or any part of your body, stop, listen to your body, and next time you come to have a go, maybe do one more. Okay, so here we go. You ready? Let's go. We're going to do 26 frogs. Inhale. I made that 26. I lost my necklace in the way. So when you're done 26, just rest for a moment. If you can, stay in this posture. So your hands are in between your thighs. You're still resting on the balls of the feet and your fingertips. And then when you're ready, just ease out of this posture. Come sitting down. And just rest for a moment in sitting pose and closing your eyes. Take some lovely long, slow. I can really feel my heart racing. It's so brilliant, this exercise. It just is so energizing. It really, really, really like boosts your energy levels. Your sexual energy gets flowing. And with that energy goes through your whole body. You know, your lungs are expanded, more oxygen and blood flowing. It's just wonderful. And I've just done this now because I'm going to go and sit down at my desk to do a little bit of work. And so perfect for me to get some oxygen into my brain, to get the blood pumping through my body, and to feel ready to sit down now that I've used a little bit of energy and generated some energy. Now I'm ready to sit down and work. So, you know, you could go and do this in the loos at work, or if you're in a really cool office, you can do it in the office in front of everyone and get your colleagues to do it with you. Wouldn't it be great if we had frog breaks and meditation breaks in the office? Anyway, that's it. If you've got questions about frogs or Kundalini yoga, post them below. Curious to see what you think, and if you had a go, let me know how it was, and if you've got any questions about the technique. That's it, and maybe I'll post some more Kundalini yoga tips in the next few days, just see how I flow with it. Also, just to say, if you live in London, I do teach one-to-one private classes and a group class on a Friday morning in Crouch End. I love teaching Kundalini yoga, it's amazing. So if you're interested in that, then let me know. Lots of love, everybody. Stay juicy. Sat Nam.